Welcome to the District School Board of Niagara Information Technology Services tutorial on managing your storage space. In this tutorial, I will be explaining the different units of measuring the size of a file. I hope by the end of this tutorial you will be able to understand the difference between kilobyte, megabyte, and gigabyte. Making a decision on which files to delete should not be a difficult task, especially when you need to know which files are taking up more space and which are not. Before you remove the files on your computer, it is often important to understand the difference in kilobytes, megabytes, and gigabytes and which files fall into each category. The kilobyte, abbreviated as KB, is the smallest of the three common file sizes. File sizes which fall under this class usually do not take up much space. Examples of files that have sizes in the kilobyte range are text files, Word documents, and music files. Let's take a look at an example of file sizes of saved text documents. This document has a file size of 19 kilobytes, and the next 9 kilobytes, and the last text document is 254 bytes. On average, text files are usually within the kilobyte range. The next byte size up the ladder is the megabyte, abbreviated as MB. Files whose sizes fall within the megabyte range are larger than the file size within the kilobyte range. Typically, 1 megabyte is approximately 1,000 kilobytes. Examples of files in this range are pictures and some PDF files, and normally pictures have a file size between 5 to 6 megabytes. If we take a look at a couple of pictures in the T drive, we will find the first picture size is 3.37 megabytes, the next 3.05 megabytes, and the last being 2.99 megabytes. Lastly, the gigabytes. The gigabyte is abbreviated as GB. These are files you may want to consider deleting first when removing the files on your storage drive because they take up the most space. 1 gigabyte is approximately 1,000 megabytes. Examples of such files are movies and application software. I have a saved movie on my drive, and let's check for its file size. The size of this video is 1.17 gigabyte, which is a large file compared to the size of the text document or picture files shown earlier. In summary, when considering the files to delete, find the larger files and either resize them if they are pictures or store them elsewhere. Please see the tutorial on how to check for the size of a file. Also, there are some key points the ITS department would like to suggest for effective disk space management. At the school level, use the disk space on the T drive. Permissions have been placed on the T drive so that for any new file or folder created and stored to the root of the T drive, the files can only be modified or deleted by the owner of the file or the computer site manager for your school. Purchase external hard drives or USB flash drives. Use the training videos or contact the ITS department to learn more about other effective ways to manage disk quotas. At the staff level, use your M drive to save files around the kilobyte range, such as text documents. Use the M drive for files that need to be kept secure and that contain personal information about yourself or your students. Delete old and unimportant files. Avoid storing multiple copies of a file. Move large files such as movies and videos to other storage locations. Learn how to compress or minimize files for storage. Use training videos or contact the ITS department for questions. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. For comments and suggestions, please contact the help desk of the ITS department.